Vanny, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone! I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
No one is to stone anyone until I blow this whistle.
You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
And 3, 2, 1, we're live. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Zedos Game Podcast. I am Joseph Buchanan, and sitting across from me is Sacha Allari. How you doing, Sach?
Hey, all good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sound like you got a cold.
A little bit dead. Was out last night partying.
Where'd you go?
Loop Bar.
New Bar.
Loop Bar.
Is that in London?
Yeah, it's in London.
Where in London?
Near Bank.
Ah, cool. Bank. Was it a good time? Who did you go with?
Oh, just some workmates. I'm just a bit
Below the weather. Yeah, and what did I do this weekend? I saw Alien Covenant for the second time, which was pretty cool. But my thoughts on that a little later. As for now, we'll go straight into the trailers that that happened this week. And the first trailer is Kill Switch. And Kill Switch, what can I say about Kill Switch? To me, this is one by Saban Films, which was a surprise to see the logo. And it's a mixture of some kind of bizarre energy, not too far distant future sci-fi epic film mixed with that film that came out either last year or the year before, Hardcore Harry, where Henry, Hardcore Henry, which was partially first person. Oh no, which was all first person. And I didn't see Hardcore Henry, but this to me, I think I would hate this film, but it's hard to see. The trailer didn't really do much for me. They're very basic at its premise. It's to do with this. It looks like the world is on the brink, or at least England anyway, is on the brink of some kind of energy crisis, and there's this technology that we're using that beams down from the sky, but it also breaks off some fabric in time, and you jump forward in time, and he's one of the main leads is told to jump forward in time to fix something in the porthole. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's a bizarrely video gamey. It's very video gamey looking, trailer wise. But this could be the best film this year, but I very much doubt it. Stan Stevenson that's in it, and it looks interesting, but I think if they're gonna do films like this, they should do it for a VR helmet. You're gonna. I don't know what more to say to this. Let me know when you want to chime in.
Oh, I just thought you were going.
I was, but I was kind of.
Oh, you were waiting for me to jump in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It kind of looks like, this film's very effects heavy. It's by first-time director Tim Smith. He's a visual effects artist, and this is...
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah, this is basically like his baby, it looks like. It looks like and it really does look like a visual effects artist trying to throw in everything he's learned in making a sci-fi epic. you know, it might be, it might be interesting. I mean, like, it's got Dan Stevens in there as the lead. He's quite hot right now. I'm not too sure if this had come out like about
a year ago.
No, like 10 years ago.
Even
no,
then.
I'm just talking about, like, if I'd seen a trailer like this like 10 years ago, maybe even longer than that, I would have been like, "Wow, did you see that kill switch?" kind of thing. But we live in an era where we see a lot of stuff like this now, you know, where all of these shots and that, there's no money shot.
Yeah, I mean,
if that makes sense. In fact, everything about it looks like a money shot because it's so effects heavy.
Yeah.
But you know, it might be good. I mean, like, it's a bit hard to tell, really. It does look like one of those cheap kind of movies that you get on demand kind of thing. I think, rather than theatrically. But I could be wrong. I mean, it could be the best thing since, you know, it's just too early to say. I don't really know much about it other than this trailer. I don't know whether it's a case of it's a bad trailer or whether it's... Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's underselling the film a little. I don't know. I would have done more... I would have preferred to have seen, like, more of the mystery element about it.
It's not amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
But it looks like what? Do you know what? Is it Corridor Digital?
Yeah.
They were doing this like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I was impressed by what they were doing. Now that we get to see the stuff in a film, it's kind of been there, done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm even fatigued with Transformers. I mean, this next one that's coming up. So, oh yeah, okay, Optimus Prime's turned bad.
He's doing this thing.
Yeah. He looks like a knight now. Congratulations. I don't understand where it's going. I'm just uninvested of it, and this doesn't look like it's going to be. I'm sure it'll be if he did this on a budget and it makes money.
Yeah.
Then they're going to say, okay, yeah, we're going to do. Now, what's your other ideas? So maybe this is just his way in. But yeah, but other than that, yeah, I mean, it's kind of very well executed. That's what I'll give to it, and yeah, that's that. On to the next trailer, which is Wonder Woman, and this is the 5th trailer. This to me is the weakest out of the bunch. I think the one before this was a lot better. There's this trailer has
Champions. That's what it has.
Champions.
We are the champions.
Is that
or is it We Are the Warriors?
I don't know what it is. But I was just about to say that annoyed me. For that
soundtrack is terrible, isn't it?
It's horrible. It's friggin' horrible. I don't know who's doing stuff for DC, but it's trying too hard.
Yeah. But then they've got to pull out all the stops on this one. This movie needs to make all the monies. There's a lot riding on this movie, and I was looking at something online. John Campea was saying that, and he's right. I totally agree with every point he made. This movie needs to be awesome. Okay, needs to be good. It needs to make all the monies. It needs to make more money than God. Okay,
it's a Patty Jenkins job.
Yeah,
right?
it needs to do so much. Okay, because it can't be an average movie. It can't be a.
Do you know what? I would kill for an average movie, average DC movie.
I know you didn't like Man of Steel, but I did. I thought that was an average movie. I thought Suicide Squad was an average movie. I don't need an average movie. I need exceptional. Okay, I want to walk out of this and go, yeah, Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. This needs to be great. This needs to be great. They need it to be great. Because if it's average or shite, then there's no buzz for JLA at all.
Yeah.
And JLA needs all the buzz it needs. You know what I mean? Because at the moment, no one gives a damn. And I need to care for Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? I need to give a shit. And to be honest, I've not given a shit about Wonder Woman. I don't care. This trailer is bollocks. The fact that this is trailer 5 means we're in Spider-Man 2 territory where marketing, they're spending loads of money on marketing, doing 5 fucking trailers, and they haven't even given me a decent one yet. Me personally, but then I don't know what I'm looking for in this movie. But there's a lot riding on this because we need this film to be good because, you know, if this film is, you know, $1 billion movie or even like an $800 million movie, hopefully this will pave the way for more talented female directors to get a shot at the big leagues because, you know what I mean, like there aren't that many female directors, man. I mean, there's no female superhero either. Yeah, as well. So, and hopefully it'll pave the way for like stuff like a Supergirl movie, who I actually think is more intriguing than Wonder Woman. No, if done properly in terms of what they've established in Man of Steel, I think they could go far with that.
They can't even get Superman right. What makes you think they're going to get a Supergirl right?
Well, you know, I was spitballing here. Or even like that Black Widow movie might get greenlit straight away. Or maybe we could get a She-Hulk or something. I don't know. But like, it needs to be good. It needs to be good. Hey, don't diss She-Hulk, man. She-Hulk's the one.
The day we get a She-Hulk film, is the day I'll eat my PS4.
Well, you know what? Marvel makes so many awesome movies. They're scraping the barrel with their characters right now, so it's probably coming sooner than you think, bro.
No, so the reason I say that is the fact that they haven't...
you know what the worst thing about that, dude? They will make it awesome.
Sure, yeah, but I'm saying the fact that they haven't made a Hulk film yet.
Oh yeah.
Is quite apparent that they don't really need to do that.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I don't think they need to do a She-Hulk film.
Yeah, maybe she'll show up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, like how Ghost Rider did, but you know.
I don't know, just the fact that she's called a she and a Hulk, that kills me, man. That's nearly as bad as Supergirl. Yeah, it's not a great trailer. They're overselling it. I hope this film is good film. As Sach said, it needs to be above. It can't be average. It needs to be great. I think you're asking for too much. If this is an average film, I'll be happy. So yeah, good luck to Wonder Woman. Comes out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, let's see how it does. The next trailer, and this is Blade Runner 2049 to be exact. This is the sequel to Blade Runner, funnily enough. This is I have a feeling this is going to connect with the Alien universe.
Because there's an engineer in there, right?
Engineer.
There's an engineer. Look, it's coming.
What are you talking about?
The engineer. Wait, watch.
There's no engineers.
There's an engineer here. Wait, I'll tell you when to pause, and you'll see the engineer.
I was going more of the on Android aspect of it.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. Oh, yeah. Well, if Michael Fassbender just makes a cameo, then we know. You know.
Not even that. If Wayne and Duterte make a cameo in it.
Oh yeah. Guy Pearce just waltzes in there and just does his thing.
Yeah, he'd be around in 24
well,
minutes.
Maybe it was right at the start. I don't know, but there's an engineer in this trailer, man. Well, something that looks like. I'm not confirming stuff.
You mean a statue?
No, wait.
There's no engineer in this trailer.
I'll show you, man. I'll show you. We gotta watch this trailer.
We're watching the trailer now. There's no engineer in this trailer.
We might have went past it because it's around the time when you meet Jared Leto's character. Have we gone past it?
Yeah.
There we go. There, on the right.
No, those are just.
That's an engineer. Look, go back. He looks just like the engineer.
What do you mean, pale and white?
Yes.
That doesn't make it an engineer.
But there, right there on the right.
That's not an engineer.
It's an engineer, man.
It's a human.
It's an engineer.
But yeah, it does look like one though.
He does. I told you, bitch. I told you.
No, you haven't told me anything. You've pointed out something that looks similar to something from another film.
It's Ridley Scott, no? It's no coincidence.
Well, considering that the worlds are linked, I'll be more inclined to agree with you. But this Dennis Villeneuve.
Denise Villeneuve.
Yeah. So, by the way, I got a text from Mel, and she said that the way we're butchering these guys' names is tragic, and she's going to have a word with us. I can't remember what she said in her text, but I find that hilarious because we do. I do butcher people's names. So, apologies to anyone that's listening to this. That
I'm sorry, Melly Crossy.
Yeah,
I'm not really.
We're sorry.
I'm not. Joe is. I'm not.
Yeah, we're sorry. Well, I'm sorry to the people.
But Denise, I got your name right finally. So give me a brownie point, Mel. Yeah. So what did you think of this trailer, Joe?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I don't think everyone will understand what this is. People that don't know what Blade Runner is, this will be like, oh, it's Harrison Ford and it's Ryan Gosling. What's going on?
Do these kids even know who Harrison Ford is these days?
Yeah, of course they do.
I don't know, man.
No, yeah, of course they do.
They'll just be like, hey, it's that old guy from Star Wars.
Yeah. Even if that's the way they know him, they still know who he is. I mean, I've just talking to some 20-year-olds recently. They're not very clued up on who anyone is in anything, to be honest.
That's true, unless it's reality TV.
Yeah, if it's reality TV, then
they're on point. It
is. But in terms of theatrical-based stuff, they don't know who. It's just a face, a floating head. But in terms of this trailer, it's got all the bells and whistles of what the first one looked like with updated visuals. It's got. I mean, I would argue that Ghost in the Shell took the look from Blade Runner in itself for the original anime Ghost in the Shell, and the film Ghost in the Shell took its look borrowed its look from this and a couple of other things. But this still has that it still feels like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I'm very fascinated to know what happened to Sean Young, his character, because she's
dead.
How is she dead?
Because replicants only have a 4-year lifespan. That's the whole point of the last movie. That's why Batty wanted to go meet his creator, and that's why he wanted to kill him when he didn't get the answers that he wanted, because he wanted to fix him.
Yeah, but
that
was those guys.
Yeah, that was those guys. But he says that he only has 4 years. They're all made with that in mind.
Yeah, but
so she died. It's been like 30 years. She dead.
How do you know that?
Because she's dead. She expired.
No, you keep saying she's dead.
All right. I don't know that for fact, Joe. But when we watch the movie
don't give that tone. Don't give me that tone, man. I'll just be
like, I told you.
Don't give me that tone, man. Because you're not. You keep saying she's dead, and you're not giving me a fact. And so that's all I'm asking for, man.
I think she's dead. I think she's dead.
Okay, but I understand your reasoning behind that. And that. But my basis for the end of that film, of that last film, is that she was unique, and almost like David, and I assumed that they were running away because they wanted to be together somewhere else, that they couldn't be found, and I think I think Sean Young's in this film as the same age that she was. They used that de-aging technique.
Oh, okay. But then,
I don't know. Look, I'm just speculating.
I know, but
that's wishful thinking on my part.
I know. I thought this trailer was a better trailer than the last piece of shit we got before. I think, it's definitely this universe, and that's cool.
What makes this trailer better than the last one?
Because we actually saw the world a lot more. I understand the last one was a teaser, but to me it was just two guys pointing guns at each other. That's literally all I got from the last trailer. This one you see a lot of the world more. You kind of get a glimpse into the characters. The character that intrigues me the most is Batista's character, because I was expecting him to be a stereotypical muscle-bound kind of guy, but he's not really. He doesn't look like he's playing that role. He looks like someone's dad or something, but he's totally a replicant. But that's what makes it more intriguing, because he's got the physicality to do like that role in terms, you know, kind of like how he played Batty in the original.
The guy that died not recently.
He didn't die. He's still alive. He's the man with the machine gun, shotgun, not shotgun breach. Hobo with the shotgun. What's his name?
You're talking about the guy in the Guinness adverts. I keep forgetting his name.
It's in Batman Begins. What was his name?
Is he?
It's a famous actor. Shit, yeah, he's in Batman Begins.
Let's find out.
He's the guy that's trying to take over Wayne Industries, isn't it? And then he gets owned by Bruce Wayne and Morgan Freeman at the end. He's like the leader. He's like one of the leads.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, there we go. What's his name? Forgot.
Right.
He'll come to me and I'll feel like such an idiot. Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
So yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that kind of intrigues me about, and even like having Jared Leto in there, he looks kind of interesting. It's good to put, you know, a face to what they're kind of playing now, and that's kind of what's intriguing me about this film. Again, though, looking at this trailer, kind of looks like it's following similar themes to the last film, and it just looks like the same shit I saw 30 years ago, just updated for a new audience. Is that something I want from a Blade Runner movie? No, it's something I don't give a shit about. I actually think this film should have got made, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure I'll eat my words in about, I don't know, 12 months or whenever the hell it comes out, but I'm not looking forward to this movie at all. Because I just feel that they said everything that they needed to say in that first movie. This is one film where I'm very scared of them dropping the ball. Now, the things that are getting me excited about this film is Ryan Gosling and the cast that they've got. They've got very good talent in this film. But if this ends up being like a Force Awakens style sequel reboot-y kind of thing, I'm out. Because like that I didn't ask for this movie to get made, but you know, hey, someone wanted to see it, so you know, cool, good on you, bro. I still got my old copy, but
old copy. It's not a remake.
What, this?
It's not a remake.
Well, I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting from this trailer. It just looks like it's the same shit, just done a little different.
Well, it's not. It's set like 40 years after the first film.
Yeah, but it just looks like the same kind of thing, man. He's after replicants, and I don't know this, but that's what it looks like. I'm not digging it. I'm not digging the movie. The trailer is better though, and it's like, yeah, that's a cool trailer, but I don't care. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Blade Runner, people. As a fan of the original, I didn't ask for a sequel, so
I'm a fan of the original, and I don't think it will affect the original in any way.
I know, because if I don't like it, I just won't watch it.
Well, yeah, I mean, after you watch it once, it either complements the first film or it doesn't.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got no problem with this trailer. I don't find it better or worse than the first one. Yeah, it is more of the same, but that's to tell the fans that, hey, look, we're coming back to this world.
Yeah.
I think it's just there to place a setting. It's how for instance, the way I would have done the Ghost in the Shell trailers would be to the way they did the trailers was a little bit off. Yeah. They were really catering to the fans, and I'm not sure if that was the greatest idea, but and they're kind of doing the same with this. They're catering to the fans, but considering that you don't like the look of it.
No. I like the aesthetic. The aesthetic is on point. I just don't like. It just kind of looks like the same film I got 30 years ago. That's what it looks like to me. It just looks like, hey, I'm the new Blade Runner now. I'm trying to find replicants. I got a few questions. Blah 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 blah. It's like, I've seen this film. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Did Harrison Ford talk to a guy in his past that used to catch replicants in the first film?
It doesn't matter. He could have been talking to a stripper, as far as I'm concerned, which he did actually, and just be like, "Where are they?" Question. No, that's the same thing. You know what I mean? Just done differently. He's still asking questions, and I know that's really backwards way of thinking because that's what Blade Runners do. But again, I didn't ask for this, so I just don't care.
Don't watch it then, man. It's.
I'm compelled to watch it, Joe, because.
But why? Why are you compelled to watch it? No one's got a gun to your head.
I still want to see it. I just want to see it so that if it is shit, then I'll be like, I told you, bitch. And if it's like amazing, then I'll eat my hat.
But you telling me you told you, bitch, isn't going to affect me in one way because I didn't make the film.
Well, but then who cares? Why are we having this conversation?
I'm just making debate, man.
Man, dude, I'm just like, look, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this film.
I know you've got a hangover and stuff, so
No, that's not. I don't have a hangover. I'm just like.
Yeah, but I'm causing debate because of debate purposes.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I'm not drilling into you because I normally wouldn't say, okay, cool. If you don't like the trailer. Oh, it makes interesting podcast conversation.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Joe. I'm not interesting.
Okay, so that's the end of the trailers. Into the first topic, and that's Edge of Tomorrow 2, which will be called Live, Die, Repeat, which is I don't know if that's the greatest. What's wrong with All You Need Is Kill? Why can't they could have just gone balls to the wall and called the sequel All You Need Is Kill?
Maybe they're saving that for the third one.
Is there enough space for a third film in this?
Well, I haven't seen this one, so I don't know, man.
I don't know. That's the thing. That first film is actually really good.
They're not going to run out of titles for this franchise because they used all of them in the marketing campaign for the first one.
Yeah, but that's what was the whole confusing thing about it. People thought it was like Edge of Tomorrow, All You Need Is Kill, Live, Die, Repeat.
Well, there you go. You'll get that title in the next one, innit? Because they're just regurgitating the same shit. Yeah, cool. I just want to see the film because I'm pretty sure that this film's going to be awesome. Just based on the last one being as great as it was. I could totally see scope for a sequel here. He said he was doing like a sequel prequel, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes. I believe. I don't know. That's why I want to see. I'm like, how? What? I don't understand.
I'm fascinated
but
now.
That's just it. He said half of it's going to be a sequel, the other half of it's going to be a prequel or something along those lines. And this is why he didn't want to. This is one of the main reasons why he didn't want to do the Gambit movie because he said, I don't really care about Gambit. So it's like, cool. Well, make Live, Die, Repeat or Repeat.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, considering what that Gambit movie's in the hell at the moment. So, and to be honest, I don't think it should be made either. But considering that Tom Cruise is kind of already on for this already, and so is Blunt. I've got nothing really more to say about it other than that it's a. I think they should have used its original title, but they should have and I don't think a prequel is necessary. I want to see what happens next,
right.
not before, because before it's kind of self-explanatory. Earth gets invaded. I don't want to see them drawing up plans to invade Earth. Yeah, man, I'm all up for it. Not too sure on the title, but yeah. Let's see where it goes with that. Doug Linehan, isn't he supposed to be doing something for Warner Brothers at the moment?
Is he?
Isn't he involved with DC stuff at all?
No, he was going to do the Gambit movie and then he dropped.
No, DC.
DC?
Yeah.
Doug Linehan? Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. That's probably wrong then. He did Jumper, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay. That was actually an okay film, you know.
So people say. I've never seen it.
You've not seen Jumper?
Never saw Jumper.
Oh man, Jumper's awesome, man. It plays with interesting concepts.
Actually, you're right. He's down for Justice League Dark.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Nice.
I wonder if Batman's in that. Apparently, the new.
Oh, you can't stick Batman in everything, man. It's going to be like Mario turning up in every single
because
Nintendo
you know
game.
what? I actually watched the animated version of Justice League Dark, and obviously they put Batman in because he's the most popular character. But if they follow that animated thing, that'd be a fantastic way. Like, it makes sense because one, he's the most grounded character, or he can be the most grounded character, and it's just kind of like. It just kind of like opens up the universe like so much more.
What,
and
seeing Batman again?
No, like introducing the supernatural part of that DC universe kind of thing. Because that's the point. Because like Constantine has not been established in the movie universe and stuff, and you know the way they had them working together and stuff like that. It was kind of cool.
Keanu Reeves would beg to differ.
Fuck Keanu Reeves, man. Fucking get the guy from the TV show. He was awesome.
Yeah, to be honest, I've seen the TV show and I like the TV show.
Oh, did you watch all of them or?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
It's great, huh?
Yeah. It's a good film, but just no.
Yeah, so yeah.
It can twist somewhere. But, no.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
There you go.
Is that it? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm back. Okay. I don't even think I left.
No, because you sounded like you left the room.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I liked what Keanu Reeves did with it. And I also liked what I don't know who the actor's name is in the TV show, but he's pretty cool as well. But considering what Warner Brothers are like with their TV shows and their film stuff, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I get what you mean because like they're not going to cross the TV with the movies and blah blah because they've got a clue with what they're doing. But back on Live Die Repeat, not hoping to repeat myself.
Nice. Very good, sir.
Yeah, I think it's a cool title. I just hope it doesn't confuse everyone. But mind you, no one saw Live Die Repeat the first time, so I don't really think that. I think they could remarket this.
That's why I said just call it All You Need Is Kill.
No, I think they could remarket this franchise and turn it into something wonderful. So we'll see what happens. I just hope it makes all the monies. The last one didn't, but then you know if they're doing a second one, so you can only go up. Hey, so.
All right. Okay, so on to the next topic, and that's Sylvester Stallone and Jackie Chan are teaming up for action thriller. Bagheaded.
I can't wait for this. Not just that combination. Do you know how many years they've been trying to make a movie together?
Yeah, quite a while.
Like
he's trying to get him on Expendables for ages.
Yeah.
But Jackie always either said no or.
Well, the parts Jackie wanted more of a role. That's just it.
Right,
he didn't want to just show up and just like fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, this makes me happy. This news because like they're cool. I just don't want it to be like that last Jackie Chan movie I saw. It was on Netflix. It had Johnny Knoxville in. It should have been good, but it was terrible.
Was that a Netflix film?
No, I think Netflix just bought it. I think it was already made and they just bought it.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but it was terrible. But yeah, man.
That seems to be I mean, a lot of the TV shows on Netflix are great, but the films are there's still some work to do with that in terms of being spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, last time they were together, they were in a film called Burn Hollywood Burn.
What was that?
You don't know about Burn Hollywood Burn? It was by what's his name? Eric Idle.
Eric Idle. As in the Monty Python guy.
Yeah. He's in it and he directed it, but he took his name off of it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. It's
that shows a big sign of confidence.
Also had Whoopi Goldberg in there, and like if I remember correctly, like it's like an interview kind of film where they're all talking to the camera kind of thing. It's like an interview. And I can't remember roughly what it was about, but I did read something because someone asked Sylvester Stallone about that film, and he agreed, but he didn't agree to be in this film. If that makes sense, he showed up because they offered him a shitload of money for 5-10 minutes of his time, did it, recorded it, and then they made the film. If that makes sense,
right?
And it still bombed. Even though at the time it had all these stars in it, etc., it just bombed. But I can't remember. Check the trailer out, guys, if you want to check it out. But Burn, Hollywood Burn. But yeah, it's the only film where Jackie Chan and Sylvester Stallone are in a film together, but they're not necessarily in the same scenes or even talking to each other or whatnot. So yeah, but it's quite an old film. I just remember the trailer in my head, kind of thing.
Well, that's more than I can remember.
And I just want to know who the hell directed it, because whenever a thing says Alan Smithy on IMDb, Alan Smithy is a fake name. It's something when a director wants to disassociate themselves from the film completely, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, as much as David Fincher says that he doesn't want his name on Alien 3, well, it's on Alien 3, you know? It's not an Alan Smithy film yet.
Yeah. But
then usually these disputes are done before the film's actually out in theatres, if that makes sense. And they'll be like, hey, Alan Smithy, he made a new film. He's quite old. He must be 1,000 by now.
Who must be 1,000?
Alan Smithy, a fake name. No, for real. IMDb Alan Smithy, and you'll see like loads of titles.
Okay.
Like, loads of titles. Hang on, I'm going to do it now.
While you're doing that, I was running down what this film's about. Chan's character is a private security contractor to come in to rescue and rescue the trapped oil workers. However, much like Hans Gruber, the company, these attackers are less interested in causing terror and more interested in stealing a fortune in oil. To stop the insidious plan, Chan teams up with former American Marine Stallone and sets out to stop the bad guys. Okay.
Typical action movie.
The thing with that is that these films don't work anymore. They worked in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Unless it is parodying itself, it's not going to work. That's not really going to work. I mean, what was that oil film that Mark Wahlberg did that was based on a real event?
Yeah, I know the one you're on about.
So that was that Peter Berg film, and he's done two. He did two last year. Was it this year or last year with Wahlberg? And they were both real life events, but they felt in the same trope as what they used to do in the 80s in terms of having this central character who can solve the problem, I don't know, maybe I'm mixing my words here, but just reading this synopsis feels like they're trying to do that type of film today, which, I mean, I thought The Expendables was supposed to be that type of film, just kind of bigger. I didn't know he was going to keep trying to do that type of film.
Hey, I love that type of film, so I'll watch it.
I like that type of film as well, but they've not been good of late. I mean,
well, I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Sabotage was quite good.
Is that the one with Johnny Knoxville?
No, but that one was good as well. I like that one.
Oh, Sabotage. That's the the End of Watch guy.
Yeah, that's right.
I've not even seen that yet.
It's really good. The only thing bad about it is the last 5 minutes. Okay. If it had ended 5 minutes before, it was awesome. But I think someone really wanted to see Arnold kick ass really badly and do what he does best.
Right.
Yeah. Because he gives like quite a decent performance in it, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I heard.
And then the last 5 minutes, he just goes,
oh man,
it's like completely like what a lot of people kind of paid for.
He goes full Arnold.
Yeah, he goes full Arnold, and you're like, and it just feels a bit disjointed because you're like, hang on, did I just see 2 films for the price of one? What's going on here? But aside from that, no, I really enjoyed Sabotage. But yeah, back onto my Alan Smithy thing. Yeah, this guy's directed 95 films since 1953.
Wow, how is he not dead yet?
He's not a real person, Joe. Like I said before.
So,
it's a fake name. So,
oh, really?
Yes. So basically,
how do we know this?
Just look it up.
Alan Smith.
Don't even do it on the show. Just look it up and look up the myth of Alan Smithy.
Okay, all right. So that's the name people use if they don't want to be in their film or something. That don't want to be associated with the film. Yeah. Okay, all right. That's really weird.
It's a given name by directors who disown their films.
Okay, I'm going to be Alan Smithy, and I have directed so and so film. Yeah. What if it makes? Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry, on a completely side note, just looking at a website called Screenrant, and it says that King Arthur set to bomb with 18 million opening weekend. Just 18 million opening even. Yeah, that's bad news. Okay. So, do you think that Stallone has still got it in terms of if he's not playing Rocky or Rambo, is he still got that thing that can draw people in? Because as Rocky, he's more believable.
I actually think Stallone should do more stuff like Rocky. I think he should do more drama.
Yeah.
And do more because he's a great actor.
Yeah.
People always dismiss that. Look,
Copland.
I love Copland as well. Hell, even First Blood, that first Rambo.
Yeah, First Blood's awesome.
Fantastic. You know, I think Stallone should do more independent films. Straight up, just do more independent films. He's an older guy now. But mind you, that's the avenue he's always got. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping him from going that angle. Take a pay cut, do it. You know what I mean? And that's probably something he's thought about. You know what I mean? But if he likes doing action pictures, why stop a good thing? You know what I mean?
Guess so, yeah.
And like, there is an audience for it, and people do love seeing him in those roles. And fair enough, if it goes straight to DVD or whatnot, I'm pretty sure he's savvy enough to go, all right, cool, well, I'm going to try something different. You know what I mean? In my twilight years, whatever. But I think he had a good comeback. He has a good comeback. He's now in the MCU, which is nothing but great now.
And so is Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And Vic Rames.
Kevin Feige was even saying we're not going to use them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. They're not going to use them because spoilers, they play the original Guardians of the Galaxy. For people that don't know...
No way.
For people that don't understand where I'm getting at here. Guardians of the Galaxy as a comic book came out in the 60s, okay? Peter Quill, Rocket Raccoon, those guys were not the Guardians of the Galaxy. It was Yondu, it was Stallone's character, it was Michelle Yeoh's character, and Vin Rames' character, and that ice-looking dude's character, okay? They were the original 60s Guardians. So, in 2008, they rebooted the franchise comic book-wise and introduced people to Peter Quill.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, from Guardians, certain aspects from Guardians was introduced in those comics, but was kept and used in different fractions of the MCU, like Thanos and like the Shi'ar Empire and Gladiator and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? But like that's who I'd like to see in a Guardians film, the Shi'ar.
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be interesting to see. But I guess we'll only...
I guess Fox might have it with X-Men, but if they don't, I would, because it's just the fact that if Marvel got it, we will get Gladiator, how he's supposed to look, and I love that character. Not as much as Mark Hinge, my good friend, who thought he was untouchable, but that's an ongoing thing. They were the original Guardians, and that was the little nod If you know what I mean? Because when Yondu died and they were old Ravagers and stuff, and that's why Stallone's like, let's go steal some shit in that thing. So, yeah. But,
all right. Well, I don't know when this film's being made, but it'll be interesting to see Jackie Chan with Sylvester Stallone again. And we'll be here. Check back in when there's more news. Right. So this next one is about Hellboy, and I feel sorry for Guillermo del Toro because I know he wanted to make his 200 million Hellboy, but now it looks like it's being rebooted. Hellboy's being rebooted, and what's that guy from Stranger Things called? David Harbour is replacing Ron Perlman as Hellboy, or maybe if this film gets made, and if it does, I mean, I don't know why Guillermo asked for so much to do.
I don't know why he was so stubborn.
I know.
Yeah.
So what you know that the last one didn't make a lot of money, so asking for 200, it's like he almost didn't want to do it.
Well, yeah, that's just it. Like, he had so many projects anyway. Here's the thing. I mean, the comic book creator, I've forgotten his name now, Joe... I can't pronounce his name, I'm not going to butcher names, Mal. But the comic book creator has written this script for this alleged reboot. You got to understand that, like, as much as I love Ron Perlman, he's no spring chicken. The guy's almost fucking 70, wearing a lot of makeup, you know what I mean? Run around doing a lot of strenuous shit. I think he had one more film in him, personally. I'm not upset by this news. I'm not.
I'm not upset either, but
it's been since 2008. So by the time this movie comes out, it would have been 12 years, which would have been ripe for a reboot anyway, a remake or a reboot of this property anyway. Secondly, as good as Guillermo del Toro is, that first movie wasn't AAA. It was okay.
I like the second film.
The second film was an amazing film, but again, it wasn't a proper true Hellboy film in terms of what the comics are. And now we're getting a Hellboy film written by the creator of the comic that's R-rated. You know what I mean? That's R-rated. Most importantly, R-rated. The other two films were 12As. You know what I mean? And they've got a great actor who's I actually can see and picture him as Hellboy. You know? You know what I mean? As much as I like the two movies that have come, this is a good move. This is a good move. And not only is it a good move, this reboot could be different enough to be just like the comics, because it's written by the original guy, that it could just smack it out of the park. It could be as creative as what Deadpool was, if that makes sense. Let's do it on a low budget, let's keep it true to the character and what it is. You know
I guess that's where they're going with it, because it's R-rated as well.
And plus, like, you know, you've got this whole thing about Dredd where everyone loved the Dredd the four people that saw it in the cinema, and do you know what I mean? Like, they did wonderful stuff with that R rating. So just them going back to roots and, you know, rethinking granted, I would have liked to have seen it as a continuation from what we've seen before, but the IP's been dead for too long. You know what I mean? And if we'd waited for Del Toro to come out with number 3, you know what I mean? Like, Perlman would have been dead anyway. And I'm just saying it as it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, we can't wait this long for a fucking Hellboy movie. Well, now, damn it.
You went dark, man.
Sorry, I know this might upset some fans, and usually I'd be with you guys, like, yay. But here's the thing: whenever you see Del Toro, he's so not interested in doing Hellboy. He's more interested in doing his weird, crazy films, man. And I love his weird, crazy films. What was that last one he did with Tom Hiddleston?
What
was it called again?
Crimson Peak.
Great movie. Keep doing that shit.
He's doing his stuff with Kojima now as well. So.
And that's gonna be awesome too. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Him doing a Hellboy movie would have been awesome, but he doesn't need to do a Hellboy movie. He's done one. You know what I mean? He's done one. You know what I mean? Let some young chap that could probably give us some new blood and introduce it to, you know, new fans.
Yeah.
Have a crack at the whip. And do you know what I mean? If these movies were actual classics and had made all the monies, and do you know what I mean? We probably would have got Hellboy 3 ages ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we'd probably be on Hellboy 8 right now. But they didn't. You know, they didn't. They're two cool films. Look at it like this. You got Batman and Batman Returns. Yeah? And now we're going for the new stuff. Batman and Batman Returns are classics in my book. Okay? Tim Burton's Batman's the shit. Okay? That's like almost the best Batman movie ever in my world. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. All you Dark Knighters out there going, fuck you, you're not saying Dark Knight's good. Dark Knight's not a comic book movie, that's a crime fucking thriller, and it's up there with Heat. It's its own league of film, it's awesome. But if you're talking superhero films, Batman and Batman Returns, they're awesome. They're fucking just as awesome as Begins, you know, in my book.
Yeah, I mean,
but
and I can't go all the way with you on Tim Burton's stuff because what killed the second one for me was the penguins.
With the giant penguins.
Yeah, with the rockets on their back.
You know what though? You know what though? As ridiculous as that film is, for me, that was my childhood, man.
No,
again, my childhood. I'm not saying. It's like when someone's like, "Oh, it was bullshit," because. How big are those fucking penguins anyway? One minute they're so big, and then they're like huge.
No, penguins are actually pretty big.
Really?
Yeah, the penguins come up to about here, man. So
really?
Yeah, don't want to fuck around with a penguin, man.
I've never seen a penguin that big. I'd run.
I've never seen a penguin, but according to David Attenborough, they come up to about nearly 5 foot. So
I need to like research that on like fucking National Geographic, man. That's nuts. If I saw a penguin that big, I'd think it was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja penguin or something. I'd run.
But that's the thing, though. You say that, but if that's the size that they actually are, then I think your perception of them is just warped.
Okay, but I just thought they were little midget things, you know.
No.
Okay.
But again, my thing about Batman Returns up until that point is quite a dark film, and then you get the penguins. Okay.
You're under mind control, man. I don't know what kind of mind control was going on in the 80s, but they were listening to that guy.
That's how you mind control the penguin, just go.
I love this umbrellas, man.
Jeez, don't get me started about the umbrellas.
Oh god, man. That film was so fantastical in so many crazy ways, man.
Yeah.
Even his big giant duck. Remember, he had this fucking machine. It was like a boat, but it was a car as well. And he crashes that party, and it's a big giant rubber duck. And he goes in. He kidnaps Walken's son. A rubber duck.
I can't remember that. Dude,
man, it's so bizarre, man. It's so fucking bizarre. But you know what? That's why I love the old Tim Burton, because he gave us some bizarre, crazy shit, okay? I haven't seen X-Men 12, his version.
Oh, wait.
But what was it? Miss Pedigree's...
Oh, it's a long title. But yeah, I know what you mean.
The Gifted Children.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
The one with Eva Green.
That looked like a return to form, but I just missed it because, I'm sorry, Tim, your name puts me off of films sometimes.
Apparently it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, Hellboy. I part of me would like to see Guillermo do his 200 million idea.
Oh yeah, of course.
But at the same time, it's just unrealistic, and it was the studio said, "Yeah, Guillermo, we would love for you to make that film, but just not at that price."
Yeah, can you make it cheaper? I mean, like, you know, for like 5p.
Yeah, I mean, if he asked for like Blade when he did Blade 2, then yeah, I'm sure he'll get the budget for it. But nah, that's not gonna happen, man. But yeah, okay, on to the next story, and this is for you Roald Dahl fans out there, so they're going to be doing a biopic of the children's writer, and who's that guy from down there? So Hugh Bonneville will be playing Roald Dahl in this biopic adaptation, or it's not really an adaptation of anything, but it's he's going to be playing Roald Dahl, and I grew up with reading this guy's books, and seeing some of the films and some of the cartoons that were made out of it, and they're all really good, man. I don't think there's a boring Roald Dahl book, and they're all dark. Friggin' sinister and dark, man, and that's one of the great things about that guy. He didn't sugarcoat anything, man. he put everything on paper, especially in The Witches. That's a scary book, man. And James and the Giant Peach, which was one of my favorites reading at school as well, and the twits. My God, if there's anything that was made for Rick Mail, if Rick Mail was still alive, I would say him and who's the one in not Bottom. It was him and another an actress that if they got him to play Mr. and so that other actress to play Mrs. Twit, that it would have been perfect. But I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to see the first trailer for this, or the details that come out of this, because he's again someone that I grew up reading. So I hope they do it justice. Sach.
Yeah. What you said.
Roald Dahl books, man.
Yeah. I kind of fell out of love with what. The only one I liked was The Witches and Matilda.
Really?
Yeah, really. BFG.
That's the only ones you liked. You didn't like the Twits.
Nah.
You didn't like Witches.
Witches was okay.
Wow.
Witches was okay. I didn't really grow up. Well, you know what it was at school? Those were kind of the books they made us read. So I didn't really care. I was more into like Famous Five and like Narnia and shit.
I was into Famous Five as well, but I also liked his books.
I don't know, man. Oh, what was the medicine one? I like that one. George's Marvelous Medicine.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. But like,
I thought his books were intriguing, man. They were very adventurous. I could always put myself into that.
Yeah, I was never a fan of the BFG.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I said it, and then I tried to give it a chance with the Spielberg flick, and I fell asleep.
Wow.
And it wasn't because I was tired. It was because I thought it was fucking boring. Sorry, Spielberg. I'm sure it was a great adaptation for those people that love the BFG, but considering he was the guy that was going to make me give a shit. And I watched that film and I fell asleep. And then I woke up again and then I tried to stay awake. I was fighting it so badly. It was just, nah.
Red Bull, man.
No. It was a shit film. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe I just couldn't give a fuck with the big fucking giant. But, you know.
If it was called that, I'm sure a lot more people would have got to see it. The big fucking giant. Have you been to see the BFG? What's that? The big fucking giant. It's fucking giant. Amazing.
It's like the kind of IP where, like, if I got called into Fox and they said, "Hey, you fancy making big friendly giant?" I'd be like, "Not really, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you my take on it. I'll be so fucked up that you're probably just gonna fire me." Kind of like that guy that fucking, what's that name of the director? I watched the Alien, because of the whole Alien Covenant thing, I was like looking at like the making of stuff, you know, like all those films. And Alien 3...
David Fincher you're talking about, right?
No, not David Fincher. One of the guys they got to direct, this guy, hang on, give me 1 second. What Dreams? He directed What Dreams May Come. He's an independent director. His name is, and I'm probably going to fuck it up. Sorry, Mel. No, I'm not. Vincent Ward.
Okay.
So he wrote the Wooden Planet draft of Alien 3. He's still credited for Alien 3 because a lot of those ideas made it into, into the actual movie itself.
I wonder if he's credited for Covenant.
Now, yeah, because like a lot of those ideas show up in Covenant. No, he's not. But yeah, he what do you call it? He didn't want the Alien gig. Mm-hmm. So because the way it works, you have to meet him in person to do the pitch. And he went into a room. Sigourney Weaver was there. Walter Hill was in there. And the other producer was there. For those that don't know Walter Hill, yes, he's a film director. He does, like, I don't know, Brewster's Millions. He's good at... he did a lot of 80s comedies and stuff, but he did action movies as well. Stuff like 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours. And most recently, the Stallone film, Bullet to the Head. He does action films or comedies. You know what I mean?
And Bullet to the Head was really a bullet to the head.
Yeah, it was. But no, but he never directed an Alien film because he doesn't... He's straight up said he doesn't understand sci-fi, but he knew he was on to like good shit, you know what I mean, with it. So he's associated with every Alien film ever made. His company's Brandwaith or whatever there, because like now it's a joint production. It's Scott Free and them kind of thing. But anyway, detour. So he goes to meet these guys. Yeah, he goes to meet the producers of Alien and Aliens and Sigourney Weaver. She's now in the league now because it's the 90s and shit. And she's like, yeah. And he was like, fuck. And he didn't want to do it. He was going to go and tell them, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. And on the way to a plane, he was like, what would I do with Alien? So he just made some bizarre concepts, which was ridiculous. And he thought he'd lose them at Wooden Planet. Okay? Because he was going out of his way to pitch him something ridiculous, and which is automatically more reasons to why that movie sucks. But he went in there with the notion of, he tells them some ridiculous shit and they're going to say no to me. And he walked in, and what happened was the producers loved it, and they were like, we're going to pay you more money than God to fucking finish that script and direct it. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, well, I don't want to direct it. I'll write the script for you. Like, cool, keep the money.
Wow.
Yeah. And he walked out, it was like, cha-ching, monks, Wooden Planet, crazy shit. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Man got paid.
It's not a bad gig.
Not a bad gig. But what was I talking about again?
We're talking about Roald Dahl.
Oh, Roald Dahl. Yeah, so if I went in for Big Friendly Giant, yeah, I'd make them be cannibals and shit. They were supposed to be, right? But I'll emphasize more on that. I'd have them like eating children like proper, and you see it.
Well, his books described what was happening. That's why I say that his books were so gruesome, because he described everything that was going on.
Yeah.
He didn't sugarcoat anything. And if you were to put up on screen what he wrote, then it would probably be a 15.
It'd be a fucking horror movie. You know what? That sounds better. That sounds better than what we got.
But I mean, it was a Disney film, so it was never gonna be that.
But so was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Technically, yeah. I'll be like, fine, let's do this under the Weinsteins. Come on, man.
Well, considering we've been talking about Alien, we'll segue straight into that, and it's talk of Alien Covenant sequel, which Ridley Scott has already said that in 14 months' time he'll be shooting the next film in the Prometheus prequel Alien lineup, but it doesn't look like it's going to be called Awakening, and I don't know. Ridley Scott seems to change his mind like on a daily basis in terms of what he's doing or how many he's doing and where it's going with this. So in terms of doing a sequel, he's gun ho to do it. So and he's already got a treatment for the next film. So he clearly knows where he's going with it. He's got a line, but I don't know how many films that line filled. If he's sticking to his guns, what he said when he was making Prometheus, it'll be like there'll be 3 films, one being Prometheus, one being Alien Covenant, and whatever the next one is. And so But he said altogether he's got like 6 or 7 ideas. So if someone else takes over, and I'm guessing it will be the guy who's directing Blade Runner at the moment, or his son, that may take over the Alien franchise or something.
Hey, if Philippe Villeneuve directed an Aliens film, I'm in. Okay, just balls deep in, because he's not done a shit film yet. I know I just completely like trash Blade Runner there, but you know, like, but I did say, you know, he's my pull. Him and that cast are my pull.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that would intrigue me, because I love Arrival. I love fucking Sicario and Prisoners. They're just fucking
Prisoners
awesome films,
is freaking awesome.
Oh mate, like Wolverine he goes berserker rage in that film more than he's ever done in any X-Men film.
Well, he did in the last one.
He was more berserker rage in that film. He was proper nuts. He's like, "You'll give me your son."
Well,
that film was fucking deep, man.
Yeah, I mean, because Jake Gyllenhaal was very subdued in that film, but it worked for his character.
Well, he's always been great. He's always been great. He's the greatest actor to never play Spider-Man. He was almost Spider-Man.
Yeah, I knew you were I knew what you were going to.
Twice. He should have been. I'm just saying. Should have been.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes. He should have been the Spider-Man. I'm being serious. Back in the day.
I can see on the geek side of where you're going with that.
No, dude, on every side, man. Seriously, he should have. He was perfect to play him. And then he almost replaced Tobey Maguire. Like, he was up for the running.
Isn't he the same age as Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, he is. He was up for the running for the role.
Yeah.
And then Tobey Maguire got it. Then Tobey Maguire injured himself playing
that horse.
Yeah, Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it almost got to a point where he couldn't play him for Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, they had to go one and done. And they actually put what's it?
Costume.
No, he went for costume fittings. He did the training for the movie, but then Maguire pulled out. And the reason why he never got replaced is because Rami was like, he didn't really want to recast. Because he sticks by his actors, isn't it?
He wants to remain consistent.
Yeah. So that's kind of what happened. So.
Well, I don't know. We went off to a tangent there, but considering where Scott is going with the sequel, Denis Villeneuve, as we were saying, because Scott says he's only going to do 1 or 2 more of the Alien films, and so considering how I reckon it will go from how much money this film makes. If it makes more than Prometheus, which was 400 million, then I can see it happening. If it doesn't, which looks very doubtful considering the weekend it had here, then maybe they'll scale down. Maybe it'll just be 1 more film, and then they'll go another direction with it, because it has reawakened. People are talking about Alien again, like they never have before. It used to be a small community talking about Alien. Now it's
grown.
Everyone's talking about Alien now. So, so in terms of what this next film will be, I just want to see what happens. I want to see that link to where, without spoiling anything, to where...
Maybe the next one's going to be called David.
No.
Just David. Spoilers.
No, it's not going to be called David. He always has... It's always the ship's name. So whatever the ship's name is, I guess that's what the next film will be called. I'm guessing that the ship is not called Awakening then. We will see. Actually, Awakening would be a good name because they're all in hypersleep.
Yeah.
But who knows where he's going to go with it. So where do you want it to go?
Well, Aliens?
Yeah.
I would be set after Prometheus, man. I want to see more fucking engineers, man, and weird shit. That's what I want to see. I want to see something a bit different.
There's Scott said in an interview over the weekend that he said that Fox doesn't know this yet, but with the plans that he has for it, will if he gets past when he catches back up to aliens again, that he wants it to be all-out war between it's intergalactic war.
What?
I don't know what he means by that, but I was fascinated by that. What does that mean?
Oh no, man, that sounds like way out there and just really left field.
Yeah, but
those things can't fire machine guns.
Who? No.
Unless he means they're engineers.
That's what I think he means.
Oh, okay.
If that's the case, then we ain't got a hope in hell.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be a very quick war.
And then you just have David.
well, that's what I mean. If it's a war between engineers and humans, then the world will just be left with androids. Which is essentially the whole purpose of this thing, is about evolution and creation. So if the android is the evolution from man, then David got his wish.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward, Natalie Portman. At first, we thought that her days in the MCU were over.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're not. It seems that someone's Twitter
director's Twitter.
Yeah. I can never pronounce this guy's name. Taika Waititi. He hinted that Jane Foster is returning to the MCU in whatever capacity, but does that mean that Natalie Portman needs money, or she had a change of heart?
I don't really care. She doesn't care about this franchise. I would love them to recast her so she can get her miserable self out of the MCU and just do more fucking character pieces like Jackie, because that was a great movie.
I liked Jackie.
Good for you.
Jackie was awesome.
I've never been bored out of my mind. It's the most dullest thing I've seen all year. I'll tell you what was great.
Don't listen to him.
I'll tell you what was great about Jackie. Here's my Jackie review. All right. Great performance by Natalie Portman, but I've never seen such a dull film in all of my freaking life. Seriously, it was fucking dull.
No, we both watched different films, man.
Dude, I spent half the time like looking at the real life event of Jackie Kennedy and what they were referring to, being interested in that damn film. But what I will say is, she did a fantastic performance in her mannerisms and the way she acted the role, and I get that. But I just felt as a film, I kind of expected more, and I kind of felt it was boring.
What's your rating?
Huh?
What's your rating while we're reviewing films?
For this particular one, 2 stars out of 5, and
I'll give
those 2 stars are based on her performance being awesome.
I'll give it 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't find the film as grotesque as you did.
Okay.
I didn't think it was brilliant, but I thought it was good in the sense that I always see films about JFK. It's always about JFK. Yeah. Hey, how did he die? What gun did the guy use?
Yeah.
There's a film about the gun.
It just goes through everyone till it gets to Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah,
kind of like the intro to Lord of War, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, in essence, even though it was very heavily, maybe because I like political drama.
Yeah.
And I think it will be more skewing to someone that likes that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In a sense. And yeah, I mean, considering what you've said about it, it's not for a mass audience at all.
It's not.
It's quite a particular audience. But I got everything out of it that I expected from it, and it was cool. But yeah, going back to
this, I mean, look, for consistency place and for the fans, that's cool, but I just don't want it to be a Jennifer Lawrence situation where it's like, I'm getting paid and look at these words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm phoning it in. If you're going to phone it in, get the fuck out. Natalie Portman, and I get her frustrations because she's a great actress. that doesn't need to be damsel in distress territory.
But you can still be a great actress and appreciate the job that you have.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, to be quite honest, these films are what are keeping her out in the limelight and on the map so that she could go back and do her Jackies. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you do an MCU film, people are going to know you. Oh, it's James Foster, that chick from that Thor film. She's doing this. Let's go see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, her day being with the Jedis are numbered, okay? All right, they're gone. Okay, you can't go back to Star Wars, especially those Star Wars films. You know what I mean? Like, the only people that can survive that is Ewan fucking McGregor and Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson don't even need that. You know what I mean? Samuel L. Jackson's he's just a fucking great being. You know what I mean?
He's a fan. He likes
He's
those.
a fan. Not even that he's a fan. He's a great working actor. Does that make sense? Like, he's not the greatest actor. Like, well...
Oh, no, I disagree.
I was about to retract. He's a great movie star. In terms of acting, he's very much typecast, but if I went through his filmography and list 4 roles where he's completely different and amazing at, you know what I mean? I can do that. Like fucking Django, man.
Yeah.
Stevens fucking... That was his best acting role ever.
Yeah.
Like, in years kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I just think certain directors get the best out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quentin and Spike Lee.
Yeah, I forgot
They're
about
the
Spike
two
Lee.
guys. They're the two... Jungle Fever. Okay? Jungle Fever. Jungle Fever, Spike Lee...
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah. Dude. Man, if you want to see him not do his stereotype, just check out that fucking movie, okay? He fucking smacks it, alright? Like, but anyway, forget about Jackson. Back on Portman. Look, just take your paycheck, be in it, smile for the cameras, shut the fuck up, and just fucking make the films you want to do afterwards. Just stop fucking complaining.
But yeah, again, the thing is, right, she turns her nose up to the films that she's in, but she, as you just said, the films I mean, apart from Leon, no one would know who the fuck she was now.
Exactly. Let's pretend she wasn't in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Natalie who?
Exactly.
I'll give her Black Swan because she's great in it.
Yeah, but again,
but she needs
all after Star Wars.
She needs the publicity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you need the publicity, man, to be relevant. That's called your job, woman. You know what I mean? Like, shit. There's like the way she turned her nose up at fucking Avengers and stuff, you know, in interviews and stuff. It's like, you know, at first it's like, okay, that's not your thing. I get it. But to keep doing it and keep fucking, you know what I mean? Like, all right. Yeah, then just say no.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're not an integral character to the universe. You are replaceable in that universe.
Yeah, and there's hundreds of other
actresses that would
gladly take your place
and value that status, you know, that they have there, and that's the only thing I have against like her because of how she's been in interviews regarding her status in the MCU. Like, if like we get it, you don't need it, but. You know what I mean? Like, don't, like, you've got people that look up to you because they're your fans. You know what I mean? Like, shit. And that's when I just thought, no, I don't like her. Yeah. Like, I was like, I'm sure she's cool, like, as a person, but, you know what I mean?
I don't even think she is, because from what I've heard, she's not... You can't... She's not a nice person.
Yeah, you can't do that to, like, people that watch you in films because you're trying to sell the film. That's your fucking... You have one job. You know what I mean? You have one fucking job.
She's got a very easy job. She's very privileged, and I don't. I think sometimes people like that need to be brought down to earth a little bit, just to say, hey, you're lucky to have this job. Working every day, busting your ass every day. So
Could you
can
imagine
pay your
if
bills.
she said that after a Transformers movie or something?
You mean like Megan Fox?
Like everyone that says that shit under him. He's like, fine, you don't want the job? Get the fuck out. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're replaceable. Like, I thought the deepest thing was with Hugo Weaving. My God.
Jeez.
But fair enough, he should have just done that from day one. Just got the guy from the animated show. But that's one way of saying, yeah, you're replaceable, bro. You need to get the fuck out and no one will care. You know what I mean? I kind of respect Michael Bay a little bit for that, because one thing I like about Michael Bay, he respects his crew, he respects the people that work with him, and that's the same can be said with Ridley Scott. Yeah, because those guys aren't, and George Lucas, those guys aren't replaceable to him. You know what I mean? They're his bros. He feeds their, he feeds their family, he pays their wages. You know what I mean? He appreciates them. So you bite the hand that feeds you. Shut the fuck up, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Megan Fox learnt the hard way.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Wow, the hardest way ever, you know? Like, shit. And, like, they're cool again because of those shit turtle movies.
But she got fired by Steven Spielberg and not him, which I found, wow, Spielberg went 1940s on our ass, man.
Well, yeah, man. Don't piss off that guy, man. Seriously. But I mean, like, yeah, shit. I mean, like, look, she's obviously doing well. She's untouchable because she can say what she wants. But there's a certain decor about, like, stuff, I think. I just think, yeah.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I like Taika Waititi, so he's obviously felt a need to bring her back.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, like, this is the other thing. You're an actress. This is called networking. Yeah. There's a lot of talented people and filmmakers on these Marvel movies. Yeah. Network.
Yeah. And she's got to realise that I'm guessing she'll get into producing or directing or whatever.
She already tried producing. It was called Jane
with a Gun.
Got a Gun.
Oh, Jane Got a Gun,
and I've seen that movie. It was a piece of shit. And you know what? That was a passion project for a year. Do you know what would have made it? You know what would have made that movie a hit? One, if you didn't slam the MCU, and second of all, like, no one wanted to direct it, knowing creative people to give them the shot to direct it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that film could have got filmed years ago, but, like, everyone's like, yeah, can't be bothered. You know how many people out there that want to direct a Western? Loads of people. You know what I mean? How the hell they couldn't get that off the ground, I don't know. And, yeah, whatever, I know. Just...
Yeah, well,
it's just a bit of a weird one. You got to fight your battles, and if she's gonna be a film producer producing these small roles, with these small films like Jackie, like Jane Got a Gun, where she gets to do what she's great at, and that's being a damn good actress. Because I'm not going to take that away from her. She is a damn good actress. That's why she's got a fucking Oscar. Black Swan is amazing. Her performance in Leon was amazing. Heat, amazing. You know what I mean? Like, she's an amazing talent, but don't bite the hand. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. I've kind of said it to death now. But good for you. You're in the MCU again. Bravo, cameo.
Well, again,
I would have done with another...
Again, hold on. Again, I think that's more down to Taika Waititi wanting consistency to some degree.
And bravo to him. Bravo to him.
He seems like a cool guy.
Well, mate, I got a friend... an acquaintance, not a friend. She used to be a friend, like, back in the day.
Someone you know.
Someone I know. She worked with him. She's a visual effects supervisor. So she's worked on, like, 2 of his films. So she's personally, like, worked with him. Yeah. And she says he's one of the funniest people she knows. Yeah. And she said when I put up the Thor trailer, she was like, I say this, I haven't worked on the film, but I guarantee you this is going to be quite possibly the best one yet.
It looks it, man. Yeah. It looks so different to the last 2.
Mate, yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, so...
And plus, like, he did the Wilder People, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that film is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? That film is such a good film. If you guys haven't seen... What was it called?
Oh, What We Do in the Shadows?
No, the Wilder People one.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
The Hunt for the Wilder People. You should check it on Netflix. It's an amazing movie. Leo actually introduced me to that movie. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. Leo was like, dude, have you seen this Wilder People shit? I was like, what? Sam Neill thing? I mean, like, you introduced me to it, but, like, because we talked about the trailer, but Leo was the one that actually said, no, dude, you have to watch this movie. Like, literally... If you don't watch it, it was like, if you don't watch it, you will die. Like, literally, you need to see it. And I watched it with my mother, and it was so good, man. It was so good.
Yeah, it's a really good film. If there's another film that he did called What We Do in the Shadows, that's freaking awesome. It's about vampires. And it's almost like one of those fly on the wall documentaries about what vampires do when they're not vampiring. It's guys, watch it. It's friggin' awesome. Taika Waititi is gonna. I'd say he's gonna be the next something. Scorsese. Okay, so on to the next topic, and that is Kevin Feige has said that the TV and film adaptations of the Marvel comics will cross over at some point, and meaning that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will cross over with what's the show called on Netflix? Sacha's doing his own thing. What's the film? Anyway, so Kevin Feige has said that the TV shows and the film universe will cross over at some point, considering that they're all joint anyway. So that means we could see Ghost Rider again in another vein, and we could see Ghost Rider coming into an Avengers film, or I don't know, but whatever. That's made things very interesting. The fact that he has said that they will eventually. He didn't give a point as to when, but yeah, he just said it will. And
that's interesting, because I'd like to see like Matt Murdock just show up.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be quite a one. It will get more people interested in watching the show. Yeah. And vice versa, watching the films.
I think the main character, you know what? The main character I'd like to see. You know what? This is the thing. This is the thing. The main character that would connect all those shows isn't someone that they own.
You mean Legion?
No.
Wolverine?
No. It's someone that they're... Okay. Spider-Man.
Oh, right.
Spider-Man. If that deal continues past those two movies, Spider-Man's the linkage.
Well, considering that Spider-Man is due to make 149 million, that's what it's projected to make in its opening weekend. Yeah, I can safely say that
deal will stay.
Sony would be stupid. We don't want money. Yeah. Money?
What's that? I mean, like, look, I could totally see Punisher being in a Spider-Man film and a Captain America film. To be cool. I mean, like, fuck. How do you know? You know what? You know what kind of annoyed me? The fact they had Crossbones. And they killed him off in fucking Civil War. Or is he dead? I hope he's not dead. But I want him in the TV show.
Who's Crossbones?
Crossbones. You know the guy in Winter Soldier, the henchman in Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, the one that gets killed off in
and then he's in that suit at the start of Civil War.
Yeah.
He's a Punisher villain.
Oh. Okay.
He's a Punisher and a Cap villain. So I was kind of hoping they'd keep him for the Punisher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
For the Punisher TV show, or like, do you know what I mean? Because I love that villain, man. He's awesome, and I like the guy that was playing him as well. I was like, yeah, man.
Oh, that's the guy from The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah. So it was just kind of.
Oh no, not him.
It was kind of cool, man. It was kind of cool, but like, do you see what I mean? Like, those characters, like, especially with Spider-Man, you've got Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, Kingpin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spider-Man's kind of more relevant to those characters, you know?
But yeah, I mean, even so, they can still... I don't think it has to work on gospel when it comes to those characters.
Of course. But, I mean, like, you know... But, yeah, I agree with all of that.
But do you think that... that's wishful thinking, or that's something that shouldn't happen, or something that...
No, I think that's wishful thinking. I think it should happen, and I think, you know, if he says it will happen, I don't think he would have said those comments if he didn't think it was going to happen more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Obviously, someone put Ike in a corner and tell him to shut the fuck up. So that's all I care about. So, yeah.
No one puts Ike in the corner.
No, put Ike in that fucking corner. Have you seen what he's doing to the comic books lately? Fuck.
No, what's he doing there?
What's he doing now? He's fucking rebooting everything, making like everyone like Iron Man's a black girl now. A 15-year-old black girl is Iron Man, called Ironheart, and Tony Stark is her mentor.
That's weird.
Yeah, Hulk is Korean now.
What?
Yep.
Why don't they just make new characters?
I know, right? Like, look, I'm all for diversity, yeah. But
yeah, just make new characters.
If it works, then do it. But that's not going to be. Oh yeah, and Thor is female.
Not even the Japanese do that with their comic book characters.
Thor is a female.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get is, even the Japanese do that. They keep their characters as their characters. They're not men. They are whatever they are, and they will always stay what they are.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a temporary thing just to test the waters. But it's been a year now since these characters have been established. Maybe it's going to go a bit longer until they change it up again back to normal. But they're doing some weird things. But then apparently they've rebooted the MCU twice now.
They have?
Yeah, in the time span of like 2 years.
But why would...
Oh no, someone more knowledgeable in comics correct me on the comments below, because I don't read them. I'm just going by what someone was telling me, and I was like, what? Because I haven't really read anything from the 616 in like years, man, and like it just kind of baffled me. I was like, what?
Baffled me as well, man.
Yeah, that's just it. And I'd say I was a casual comic book fan now, because like I'm watching the movies more than reading the actual things. But yeah, Ike, put your house in order and sort shit out, man.
Yeah. Well, my last note on that is that I think I'd be fascinated to see in one of the Avengers films that you get not even like a big crossover, just like a nod, or even maybe Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson can't stay alive for how many years, and someone in the Avengers not knowing about it. Come on, man, that's getting to the edge of ridiculous now. So just okay, yeah, Tony Stark knows you're alive. Everyone knows you're alive. I mean, Lady Sif knows he's alive, so Thor must know that he's alive. So because Lady Sif has shown up twice now, and in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and so I'm pretty sure Lady Sif talks to Thor. So,
but Thor doesn't know who he is.
Doesn't he?
Because he didn't meet him in Avengers. They don't share a scene together. The only person that really knows him is Tony Stark. So realistically, it's only Tony Stark. You know what I mean? It could be like you knowing someone down the junction that I don't really know.
That's very interesting.
So I didn't into that aspect.
I didn't put it to that aspect because I thought they all knew who he was.
No, they don't. Because if you look at the movies, he's an Iron Man character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Even those in Thor's movie, he doesn't share a scene with Thor. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he knows all about them. Cap, he knows Cap because of the start of Avengers.
Yeah.
And everyone else, probably not. But then you'd think Black Widow would know that he's alive, and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's the only thing now that I've thought about it a bit more.
But yeah, I mean, it's they're going to have to close that gap at some point, but who knows? But yeah, in terms of where they're going with Kevin Feige has done no wrong.
Yeah,
this far,
he hasn't.
So
he's just like sitting there with a cigar going. It's all part of the plan. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, look, he's just phenomenal with what he's done. I mean, like even back when he was at Fox on the X-Men films, you know what I mean? Like he was the guy. He was the comic book guy going, shit, we need this in there, we need that in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's really worked hard to make the MCU the way it is. And like, who would have thought we'd get Guardians of the fucking Galaxy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A Z-list. Do you know what I mean?
Comic book.
That's why I know She-Hulk will come. When it comes in TV, wow. Either TV or film form, that's when you know, yo, DC, you can't even get Batman and Superman right these days. What the fuck? You know what I mean? They've got She-Hulk.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see, but MCU, they're doing it, man. They know what they're doing. Okay, so we're not gonna take too much time up on this one, but this main story is about my thing about bullet time. How bullet time was a thing. It's like, oh my god, bullet time. in the late 90s, early 2000s, bullet time was this ginormous thing that took the visual effects. It was the last really great new visual effect to happen in film. And ever since then, it's kind of stagnated. There have been developments in CG and whatnot that have been great, but none. I think the last great one was Bullet Time, the last real visual, something that you could really see, that was affecting how you're watching. And I think making people younger in films is the new bullet time. Purely because everyone's trying to use it. They saw it once in something, and it was done really well. Like, oh my god, we could really do this. And now every film is de-aging their characters.
Well, that's kind of a cool thing because the technology is getting cheaper.
Yeah.
Because it's being used so much. I mean, because you're going to get other effects houses try and undercut and to try and do the job right. I mean, that's really interesting. I mean, you've got a Netflix film by Martin Scorsese coming out soon, The Irishman, with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci's coming out of retirement.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a big fucking deal. And Harvey Keitel. It's like every gangster, every old school gangster is just coming out, and all they're missing is John Travolta. No, actually, you know what? John Travolta he can play a gangster, but he's never done a proper gangster, a straight up gangster film, has he?
No, he hasn't.
He should do. He should have done that movie Goatee with Scorsese when Scorsese was attached. But now he's doing it with some next dude, and I don't think it will be as class as what it could have been.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, back to my point. I mean, that movie, they're all going to have a scene where they're younger, all de-aged and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all of them, not just one guy, all of them, just for like a few scenes in that movie. And
that's expensive.
That's expensive because it's got $100 million budget.
Yeah, this is where because it's going to be on Netflix, I can't see whether, I mean, it's going to be seen by some people on Netflix at least. They're gonna, just because it is on Netflix doesn't mean everyone's will watch it.
Watch it, yeah.
And
but maybe it'd be a word of mouth thing. People like find it that know about it, and maybe it's just a self. I don't know how it works. Does that make sense? I don't know how it makes the money, but it seems to have made the money with Adam Sandler. But then Adam Sandler films are so easy watching, you know what I mean? As good or bad as they are. Like, for example, they're always on in my household. Like, always on.
Wow.
Because my mum likes that. My mum likes that type of comedy. So when my mum's scrolling through Netflix, she's just like, oh, Adam Sandler, he's funny. And just puts it on. Doesn't even know, doesn't even read it, don't even know. Because there are some people, I know we're movie fans, but there are, and I know you guys that are listening to a podcast right now are movie fans, but think of your auntie or your great aunt or, you know, like someone that isn't
your niece.
or someone that isn't into films or little kids and whatnot, as we are, or as passionate. They'll watch any shit, you know, if it's accessible to them. You know what I mean? So it's just a case of promoting it online with the presence, and it probably will, because Scorsese is that poor with a lot of film fans. You know what I mean? A lot of us will check out his movies. Like, for me, he's an event director. When it's like a Christopher Nolan, like a Quentin Tarantino. He's a director where I'm going to follow his shit all the time. You know what I mean? Like, when he's got a new movie, I'm fucking there. Opening day. But like, yeah.
I my only discourse of that is that I hope Scorsese manages to get it in the cinema, especially in the UK, purely because I don't own Netflix, and I'm never going to, and it's I would hate to see it just stay on a small screen.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a big injustice to that type of film, as well as getting all those guys together and just having them on the internet. I think is a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, they'll I think with the right marketing, I think it will get around to enough people. But if the fact that they're going to de-age these guys in I don't know how many scenes, but you want people to see that, and you want people to see it on a big format, not on a laptop.
Yeah.
And no disregard to Netflix or anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be a laptop; it could be a TV as well. But I want to see a Martin Scorsese film in the cinema.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had to do what he had to do, I guess, to get the film made.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a matter of, okay, is it a matter of getting this film made or never getting made? So yeah, he went for the latter. So
yeah.
I mean, not the latter. He went for the first choice. So yeah. Well, again, we recently saw this technology used in Guardians of the Galaxy with what's his name? Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah.
And that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was friggin' amazing.
That was a lot more practical than digital there.
Sure, but it's still...
Yeah.
The fact that I had to squint my... What? It was like looking at him from the 80s again.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
From Escape from New York, man.
Yeah. It was friggin' amazing. And if they could do that... And that clip was pretty long.
Yeah.
That clip went on for a while, and that was I thought the Robert Downey Jr. one was good, but this one was even better. So that's what I mean. It's becoming a thing. It's because it keeps popping up, and so that's why I think it's.
Do you want to put money on Harrison Ford being de-aged for Indy?
Depends how far it goes by the time they start filming that, because he doesn't move the same way as he used to as well. So. That's going to be a thing as well, but I would put money on it now, more so now than ever before, that they'll de-age him, and so I'm very curious. I'm curious to see what the story's going to be, because from the time they made the last Indiana Jones film, I said Fate of Atlantis, do the Fate of Atlantis. Everyone wanted to see the Fate of Atlantis.
Yeah,
and or the Infernal Machine, or is it the Infernal Machine?
Fuck the Infernal Machine.
No? Okay, fair enough.
Don't do that. No. Well, here's the thing. For those guys that have played that video game, you guys can't be mad at Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls ending if we're going to adapt that game.
I know where you're going with it.
Because that has fucking aliens. That video game has fucking aliens. So if you can buy it in the game, then shut the fuck up about the movie. You know what I mean? Like, shit. But the Atlantis one, that would be the one I'd do.
The Fate of it.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Claire, I mean...
they're going to make their own story and do their own thing. But, hey, Disney, if you gave me the chance, I'd do young Harrison Ford and do the Fate of Atlantis straight up. I'd do that tomorrow. Fuck it. Dream project right there. But, I mean... if they de-age him, that'd be interesting. I mean, like, that would be like a full 2-hour movie off that process. No, that's the thing.
That's what I mean. It'd be so friggin' expensive,
yeah.
along with the additional whatever they're gonna do in that film as well. So just focus it. Having that camera on him, they're gonna be using every trick in the book.
Yeah, makeup to fucking But I don't. It is the new bullet time. It's had a lot of successes now and a lot of not really successes, but I think it's more to do with having the actual actor alive. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because everything else is guesswork. I felt that Princess Leia in Rogue One was okay. I know a lot of people didn't, but then do you know what it is? It was the actress that they used. Her face is kind of an oval shape, whereas Carrie Fisher's was kind of more rounded, you know? And that's just it. You know what I mean? It kind of looked a bit strange, but it did what it needed to do, ideally.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. The Peter Cushing one, again, like, they had a guy they had Guy Henry who had a similar facial structure to, I was going to say Grand Moff Tarkin, which is the character, but Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
But there's something dead in his eye. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't the actual actor, you know.
Well, it wasn't even the eyes.
No.
It was the facial animation. As soon as I saw the face, because him being still didn't bother me. It was when his lips moved.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was just looking at his. That's not real. Oh, okay, that's not real.
Yeah.
And I saw it immediately.
Yeah.
Everything else was fine, but as soon as he started moving his mouth, even the eyes were fine. Everything was fine. Just the mouth movements.
Well, wouldn't the movements from the mouth be mapped from the actor saying the words?
That's what I would have thought, but it just didn't look natural. It just didn't look natural. It didn't sell it to me.
Right. Okay.
And that's what broke the illusion for me.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. I'm sure this is going to pop up in like so many more films.
Oh yeah, totally.
And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, so on to the films opening in the UK this week. And so we have Colossal, King Arthur, The Legend of the Sword, and Snatched. And Colossal, I hope people go to see that, because that's going to be an awesome movie. It's the do you know that trailer that we watched with Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, the one with Anne Hathaway with the monster.
Yeah,
that great.
That looks friggin' awesome.
An original.
Yeah. It's an original film, and we know how audiences love original films.
Yeah, they like to say they want to see an original film, and when there's one in the cinema, they don't want to go. They just don't see it.
Yeah.
So,
and this is one thing I hate about.
But then this one hasn't been pushed at all in the marketing at all.
Because I think they couldn't spare the money for it, because the marketing budgets can be really high. I mean, how do you market something that you need to keep the money down on?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that in this day and age, man. It's really hard.
I'm going to ask you a question, because you work in that world.
Yeah.
Say I'm a independent filmmaker.
Yeah.
And I'll get my movie out. What if I've made my own movie poster with Photoshop and through my own means?
Sure, you can do that, but you still need it to be distributed.
That's cool, but would that keep costs down?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then all I got to just pay for is for the distribution.
Yeah.
Okay, that was just food for thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, there's.
And what about a trailer? If I cut my own trailer.
You'd have to buy, but there's certain ground rules that you have to abide by. But yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't.
So you cut your own trailer, then the distribution people do the rest.
Yeah, it would have to go through the BBFC and and there's all other little finicky things that would annoy the shit out of you. But but yeah, beyond that, there's no reason why you couldn't do it yourself.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because like that's just it. It's just the marketing aspect kind of baffles me on like these films, because obviously I get it, the bigger the budget, that's the one the studios want to like highlight and go, this is what we need to pimp out, because they need to get that money back, that return on that investment. But you've seen a lot of these smaller films, all these original titles lay to waste on the sidelines, man, and it's a bit upsetting. But yeah,
I mean, Colossal and King Arthur are the one I'm looking for. Snatch, the one with Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn, I'm not so much into. It's good to see Goldie Hawn back on the screen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure if this was the best film to go on, and from how it's been reviewed, I'm guessing people aren't responding to it very well. But there's at least 2 films here that I want to see. What about you, Serge?
Oh, which one do I want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see Colossal and King Arthur. Really, I'm not really interested in Goldie Hawn one at all, because I thought the trailers looked shit. You know, you got a comedy like that, and then you have Baywatch being advertised. I'll be ready. That's all I got to say.
See, Baywatch hasn't sold me.
What?
No.
Oh my god!
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only film I'm not going to watch this summer is Transformers.
Yeah.
But I'm going to. It's just the trailers that they haven't been good.
Yeah.
in my opinion, but I'm still going to watch it because I think I'm fascinated by the fact that it's R-rated, well, sort of 15 in the UK, and just see where they go with that. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. So yeah, these films come out in the UK on May the 19th, and go to your local multiplex to check those out if you would wish to. And thus we come to the end of the show. Thank you guys for listening. We go to Satch and find out where we can find his stuff.
Well,
videos.
find me. You can find me on Sashman3 on Twitter, and check my YouTube page, Sacha Allari, or you can find me in the Junction getting drunk this week. So yeah.
I'm sure if you want to do that, but tell people where.
No one's really listening to me, although I'll probably get some guy going, "Hey, you said shit about shit." That'd be interesting. Just look for Satch there, and you can find this podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Stitcher, and iTunes, all with the prefix Zedos Gang. So Zedos Gang podcast even, and so you can write into the podcast as well, or leave a comment on the YouTube section, or anywhere you can leave a comment, and do what you guys do in terms of us saying something that you agree with or don't agree with. It's all good for conversation. So feel free to do that. And if you want to email, just write in at podcast@zedosgan.co.uk, and that is how you do that. On YouTube, could you please like and subscribe? That would be awesome if you could do that. That would be great. And also on iTunes, just rate us if you could. That will help us get somewhere on that platform. So yeah, that is it, folks. Next week, hope to have a special guest. Not sure who yet, but we'll find out who that is in the coming days. Stay tuned, and we'll be back next week. This has been the Zedos Gang podcast, and we're out.